Out now. Players you need to keep an eye on because they will definitely surprise. Do you want to know who these amazing players are? So keep watching the video, but first, if you're a fan of the Blue Jays and don't want to miss any amazing news, then subscribe to the channel, because we always bring new rumors and new news about the Blue Jays. Anyway, let's get started. The first wave of Blue Jays pitchers and catchers will officially start camp on Monday, although many have already been training at the compound for weeks. These first, official, reporting dates are for players participating in the World Baseball Classic, so there will be a slow trickle of arrivals over the next week and a half. As the new season begins, here are the 3 stories to watch from the Blue Jays camp. 1. Who is incumbent number 5? For now, Yusei Kikuchi and Mitch White will compete for this job, with Kikuchi going from a 5.19 ERA last season to White's 5.45 ERA. Kikuchi's number looked more painful at times as the left-hander lost all control of the strike zone. His advantage still exists given the speed and movement he can create on the left side, but baseball is full of it. Kikuchi will need to spot, especially early on in games, as the first inning was their own Mount Everest in 2022. Both Kikuchi and White can play in a swingman role outside the bullpen, so that's where the loser of this bout is likely headed. Mid-season, the return of Hyun-Jin Ryu or prospect Ricky Tiedemann may be options, but the Blue Jays need an early response. There are other options such as Zach Thompson, Drew Hutchison, or even Yasser Zulueta if he can stay stretched, but the best possible outcome here is one of Kikuchi and White looking sharp this spring. 2. How is the depth of outer field on opening day? If the season started today, Nathan Lukes could be on the line as the 4th outfielder. The season doesn't start today. While the Blue Jays are free to use Whit Merrifield or Cavan Biggio as a 4th outfielder, this list still has room for a more traditional option. Given Kevin Kiermaier and George Springer's injury history, the front office needs to operate under the assumption that one or both will waste time. That's not pessimism, it's just how smart front offices work. This still feels like a situation where an addition is coming. Keep an eye on this during the camp. Before we continue, please leave your like, as this helps us a lot and motivates us to bring more and more news about our dear Blue Jays. Here on the channel we always bring hot news and rumors, and we always check their veracity. Let's continue. 3. Which perspectives will force the conversation? This is silently important to the Blue Jays. Toronto is filled with veterans and a young core who are now established in the big leagues, but this roster needs perks to make the jump to the top tier of MLB clubs. Is that Tiedemann, the club's number 1 prospect and number 32 overall, according to the MLB pipeline? Eventually, it should be, but the southpaw is only 20 years old and coming off his first full pro season. Tiedemann could pull an Alek Manoah and be one of the club's best mid-season shooters, but Nate Pearson and so many other great prospects taught us that those paths aren't always straight. Positionally, the Blue Jays have names like Addison Barger and Spencer Horwitz on the cusp. Otto Lopez is also there as a contact machine who could benefit from some regular reps if they become available due to injury. Further down the line, someone like Canadian outfielder Dason Brown is a name to remember at the end of the year. Zulueta is the most interesting of the bunch, though, due to his combination of talent and MLB readiness. The 25-year-old Cuban reached AAA last season, posting a cumulative 3.72 ERA with 84 strikeouts in 55 2/3 innings. The Blue Jays crave that strikeout rate, and if Zulueta can pull it off in a multi-inning role, there's incredible potential to be uncovered. Well, we reached the end of the video, hey? Which of these amazing players is your favorite? Looking forward to seeing them in play. Comment here, have a good night and goodbye.